The CIA wants to significantly expand its fleet of drones and is pressing the White House to give the go-ahead. It would allow the agency to sustain or even increase lethal strikes abroad, including those in Pakistan. The news comes just a day after the Pakistani Interior Minister quoted statistics suggesting 80% of people killed in US drone attacks have been civilians. Rehman Malik, he said that in more than 300 strikes, more than 2,000 people have died. RT's Irina Galushko looks into the bloody history of drone operations in Pakistan.
They don't even come. They hover overhead with an incessant buzz. They watch, they see, and they kill. Thousands of deaths, all in the name of security of the United States.
There are terrorists holed up in those mountains who murdered 3,000 Americans. They are plotting to strike again.
This precise claim of self-defense in the face of the ever-present terror danger has been in the works for over 8 years now. More than 300 drone attacks in the tribal administrated areas located on the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan have taken, according to different estimates, between 2,000 and 3,000 lives. The problem, however, isn't just with quantity, as it is still unclear whether those killed are actually terrorists.
The Americans themselves often don't know who they've hit. And there's huge discrepancy over the figures. We're finding out that a lot more civilians are being killed, but these are the people that the Americans don't tell you about. And they actually class these people as other.
A study led by scholars from New York and Stanford universities found that approximately 2% of the total number of deaths were actually terrorists. Among the remaining several thousand victims of the drones, 175 were children. At one point, the U.S. military argued that everyone who was killed in the operations was a militant. Some believe this stems from Americans' ignorance in matters concerning foreign cultures.
What generally happens in the tribal areas, every person that walks around almost resembles the same clothes. If he wears a white or a colored shalwar kameez, which is just a dress, a natural dress, and every tribal person carries a weapon, an AK-47, which is customary to their society and traditions.
Officially, Pakistan acknowledges the need to wipe out terrorists in the area, but is adamantly against such broad military action on its territory, something they have been very vocal about.
Drone strikes are not only counterproductive, but they're also illegal and unlawful. Drone strikes are against Pakistan's sovereignty.
But Washington is quick to hit back with threats of cutting out financial aid, an important factor in its relationship with Islamabad. Though Pakistan boasts a nuclear arsenal, they admit it's hardly the answer to their financial woes. And Islamabad's temper is running out. When 24 Pakistani soldiers were killed in a US-led airstrike last year, the country closed down the NATO supply route for 7 months and reopened it only after an official apology from the US Secretary of State.
The United States, having cynically manipulated and used forces, is unprepared when these same forces follow their own political or religious agenda.
The U.S. seems to have two options for Pakistan. Either stop complaining and accept innocent deaths from drone attacks, or lose all financial aid and possibly join the ranks of states considered unfriendly by Washington. But either choice seems to be too high a price to pay for a friendship that's deeply soured. In Islamabad, Pakistan, Irina Galushko, RT.